So Rakuten, you are a Japanese superstar company.
Yes.
Your objective is to grow outside Japan, and you have done some investments, but maybe, sorry, maybe you start introducing the company, but I go here, it's easier.
Sure. So the slides will not be in the order of the questions we get, but that's okay. So Rakuten, I joined the company 7 years ago, and only recently, in the last few years, has it taken on the strategy to really internationalize itself. It started a process of Englishanization several years ago to make sure all the employees understood the English language and operated in the English language. You can't be international without that. And in that time, we've expanded to 29 countries, considerable scale in terms of value and user base. And the idea is simply to empower and serve our partners and consumers. We've got a whole bunch of B2B ecosystems and B2C ecosystems, and we want to be a membership organization for people, and we want to be a media, data, and inventory organization for businesses. And the plan is to take that model that we've built to a great scale in Japan and make it international.
Wonderful. And then Simple Insurance?
Yes, I think, as you see it on the slide, my name is Robin. I'm the founder of simplesurance. We are a Berlin-based company with 150 people. We raised $60 million in capital, and one of our shareholders is Rakuten. Rakuten stepped in to us a little bit like a year ago, and our business model is that we build a technology that we can cross-sell with insurance product in any kind of checkout system. So what we all know from the classic offline industry, when you buy a washing machine, they offer you the extended warranty, for example, at the offline store. And we make the same with one technology in every kind of checkout system for e-commerce stores, for OEMs like OnePlus, Huawei, Nokia. And we also make this in the Fintech area for Revolut, for example, where we have the insurance integration in the in-app integration. And we're doing this in 28 countries. And we started the relationship with Rakuten in Germany, with Rakuten Germany store. And we increased the volume with insurances more like 300%. And after this, the relationship worked so close, I think a year ago, that also the whole Rakuten family said, hey, can you doing your business also in Japan? And Rakuten is the predominant player in Japan, and we was just only in the whole European Union, and we said, hey, that's really, really great. And this is, we come up with a solution, okay, let's go to Japan. And then Rakuten makes us the introduction to Tokio Marine. Tokio Marine is the #1 insurance company in Japan. It's #2 in Asia. And they also invest in us now. And now we're really happy that we can go with the full support of Rakuten, not only in Europe, but also now in the future in Japan.
Interesting. So out of Rakuten's perspective, I guess it's quite clear you want to increase the value per transaction and offer additional services, and insurances is an obvious one.
Yeah, so that ecosystem I mentioned earlier, where we've got a collection of products for consumers, it only really works when you're working with the best-in-class aspects of each of those products. So you've got an e-commerce environment, a messaging environment. You want to aggregate the best technologies in that. And this is a great example of where you can take an e-commerce checkout page and put best-in-class insurance products right there and then. Give people, aggregating that, you're creating sort of an aggregated transactional experience with immediate, instantaneous technologies, serving people exactly how they want to be served in a trusted environment, best-in-class technologies. When you take, the typical insurance industry, take that product that everybody needs and add onto it a technology that makes it simple and trusted, you've got an e-commerce experience.
How big needs to be the transaction value to have an insurance angle? I mean, $100, or what's the average transaction value?
Per product, per insurance? It really depends on the product. Yeah. For example, in the consumer electronic, in the TV or something in the stationary electronic, the average is much higher than, for example, when you take it in the smaller bike industry, for example. So we sell bike insurance. We also give you, for example, the extended warranty to baby strollers. To baby strollers. Yeah? So we can really cross-sell any kind of product that you buy. We give partners like Rakuten, we give the solution to monetize more on the end customer. We give the insurance industry the solution to sell that kind of insurance product. Because the problem is the insurance classic underwriters can give you only the insurance product, but not the integration, not the optimization, the payment, all these kinds of things.
The workflow is the difficult part, right?
Exactly. And with Rakuten, for example, Rakuten acquired last year, I think it was, GI, his own insurance company. And we built the technology now to help Rakuten with their own insurance company in their home turf.
So as a company, you are operating now in Germany and Japan, or?
No, in 28 countries in the whole European Union, everything outside from Berlin. And the first country now we launch outside from Europe is Japan. We open up our office in September, and hopefully we will live with the first partner by end of this year.
But Germany accounts for majority of the revenues, or is it fairly distributed?
It's really distributed. We are now make more revenue outside Germany than Germany standalone. So Germany was our home turf market, was the first market, but we are growing now really international.
Your customers are e-commerce shops.
Exactly, e-commerce shop, Fintech
are you
like
then
Revolut.
Exclusive with those e-commerce companies, or they're sliding in depending on what the transaction is?
Depends on the contract, it depends on the volume. No, but we try to be exclusive.
And are you the biggest doing this out of Europe?
Yes.
Interesting. And I guess revenues as such is a bit hard to measure.
Exactly.
But can you tell us roughly like how many transactions or purchases you power per year? Or just is it hundreds of millions, or is it?
It's something between lower 100 millions, but we are really in a good stage. I think also the signal that Tokyo Marine stepped in, Rakuten stepped in, Allianz stepped in, Auto BFF.
Allianz is an investor
yes, also. It was the first investment from Allianz in Germany. We have Auto BFF as classic investment bank. I think these are all of the signal that we are with simplesurance here really on the right way.
Well, out of the travel industry, we know that when people buy a flight, only like 5% will also buy the hotel at checkout and rental cars. It's a very low cross-sell ratio to the dilemma of my friend Glenn Vogel at Priceline. How is it here? I mean, how many people are actually clicking, yes, I want the insurance cover? Is it single digit or double digit, or?
It goes up to double digit. Yeah. It really depends how much data give us our distribution partner that we can really optimize it. Yeah. For example, what I said with Rakuten Germany, we optimize it until that we increase the conversion rate 300%. At the end of the day, this is why Japan is so attractive. Japan is the most attractive insurance market in the world. There's no other market where people buy per person so many insurance than Japan. Japan number one,
Why is that?
then Switzerland, then Germany.
Why is that? Are they like paranoid about what's
I couldn't say I'm an expert on the insurance industry in Japan, but you know, what Rakuten has got there is 90 million consumers, registered Rakuten users. And this is why, back to the partnership between us, why it's so valuable. You've got the best-in-class technology, some great minds, added on top of an industry that is ripe for change, and a market such as Japan, where Rakuten dominates, and you can bring that scale. And this is how you get the scale of those transactions. When Rakuten really sees that kind of talent and says, right, we've got 10,000 employees, we've got all these businesses around the world that we can apply to this business to make sure it succeeds. And that's why this kind of partnership works so well.
And I think you can sign up still competitors of Rakuten, I guess, no? It's not
No. I think the cooperation is key here. And I think the good thing is that we have the same interest. And I think this is why Rakuten is shareholder and also distribution partner for us.
Excellent. Well, it sounds amazing. So that's InsurTech working right here.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Good to meet you.
Very nice deal. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.